morning. We are live here at the Dark Parlor as per usual. This is where we always are. We are live for the morning news. We have a lot of fun stuff happening today. So thank you for joining us ahead of time. I am your hostess, I guess, Monster. And this is Josh.
I'm Josh.
Boy, original. Thank you so much for coming in. And we have some special guests with us today. We're pretty much just going to jump right into that, so we don't take up too much of your time today. So we have things to talk about with State Farm and a grant. So Michelle is here with us, and then we also have some of the gals from Symmetry Holistic Collective. They're going to talk about their witch walk for Saturday. So it's very exciting. Afterwards, we'll wrap it up with Josh and I again. But in the meantime, we're just going to go ahead and get started with this. So Josh is going to step off, and Michelle's going to come on and join us.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Let me turn you on here.
There we go. Turn me on.
Okay. Yeah. Now that you're turned on.
Now that I'm turned on.
Yeah.
I have to give a shout out to Jason. I was supposed to say, it's just us two ghouls talking on live for you today. So I appreciate you having us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming and joining us here at the Dark Parlor. Much appreciated.
Thanks so much. Monster is allowing me today to talk about the State Farm grant. We actually have a local York nonprofit, HOPE, which stands for Helping Oncology Problems and Emotional Support. They are one of our potential grant recipients of $25,000. They are 100 grant recipients, and there are 200 currently up for the grant. So what we need you to do is vote. Monster is going to put this up after we record, but if you want to scan this code or go into a link that I'll put in the comments, you can vote 10 times a day between now and May 6th with one click. That gives 10 votes to HOPE. What they're going to use the money for, if they are one of the recipients, is for their retreat haven. And what that does, it gives families suffering from cancer and their caregivers respite. So it's a medical facility, and it's a really great place. I don't know if you've seen it. They're down in Stewartstown. So we're really trying to get that money here to York County. So anything you can do between today and May 6th, share all of our posts, share this live. Anything we can do to get the QR code out and get you to click on there and vote. So that's kind of it really literally is the American Idol of voting. So it's a nationwide voting. You do not have to be in York County to vote. Anyone in any state 18 or older in the U.S. can click on here, and 10 votes a day, every day from now till May 6th.
Yeah, HOPE is really amazing. I know I have a family friend, and they worked closely with HOPE when I call her my other mother. So her daughter, she passed, Abby, but HOPE was very, very helpful with everything. So it's a really, really good facility. They do amazing things for the families and the actual patient. So definitely send those votes in.
Yes, and I will have some postcards with the QR code actually at Fang Around. So you're going to hear a little more about the Witch Walk and Fang Around. But we will be there to support both local business and Monster and Symmetry, and to help support this grant. So I appreciate the time.
Absolutely.
And I will give up the stage here, but don't forget to vote. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time.
No, I appreciate this. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll have those links up after we post the live here on Facebook. And again, always check our YouTube. I'll have the edited fancy version up by tomorrow. So YouTube is just at the Dark Parlor. Check it out. We'll have the links up as well.
Great. Check it out. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
We'll see you at Fang Around.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a mic switch because we're limited on mic. Thank you again, everybody that is joining us live today. So now we're going to have Symmetry Holistic Collective come on. Do you need a mic? All right, everybody's good. Everybody's powered on, right?
Yep, now I am.
Okay, great. So I'm going to step off screen so everybody can see them. It is tight back here behind the bone cabinet. So, yes.
Here today. This is so exciting
to be here.
Hello, everybody.
So I'm Katie. I do marketing and event coordinating at Symmetry Holistic Collective. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Witch Walk and the timeline that we're expecting. So we're expecting people to arrive around noon at Symmetry Holistic Collective. The address is 15 North Beaver Street in York. So we're going to give everyone about 30 minutes between 12 and 12:30 to gather. We'll get a group photo before we get started. Erin and Stacy and Leandra, who is not here, will talk a little bit about the Wild Hunt, which Erin will talk about a little bit more here in a minute. So then the walk will begin at 12:45 on Beaver Street, so from the Market District into Royal Square for Fang Around. We're hoping to arrive around 12:55, and then the opening ritual will be at 1 o'clock. So that is the expected timeline. Also, if you show up for the Witch Walk, you'll get a 15% off coupon for purchasing like anything that you would want at Symmetry. So yeah, that's the timeline. We can't wait to see you guys there. I'm gonna pass info on to Erin, and she'll talk a little bit about additional exciting things with the Witch Walk and what that all entails.
So I think that this was your idea, right?
It was, yeah.
So this is Stacey's baby that's coming, like we are birthing. So she had this like great idea that we could do sort of like a witches parade or a walk from Symmetry to the Dark Parlour, because we sort of anchor like two ends of the spectrum for like paganism and witchcraft and like
Oddities.
And yeah, so if you meet us at Symmetry, we're going to walk here, and you'll talk more about the details of that.
Yeah.
But in the spring and in the fall, the winds howl through the temperate regions of the United States and in Europe as well. And when those winds start to howl, they've spun up all of these stories about who's living on the wind, who's riding on the wind. And one of those stories is the Wild Hunt. So when you gather with us at Symmetry, we'll give you that story, a rendition of the Wild Hunt story, and then we will be like the Wild Hunt, sort of making noise and carrying that that transitional energy from Symmetry to here. So you'll hear more details about what the Wild Hunt is when you come to Symmetry on Saturday. You want to tell us about how we're going to do that?
Sure. So we're encouraging everybody to dress up, to bring drums. We're only asking that you don't bring any real weapons. And we're also asking you to follow pedestrian walk laws, because this is not, I don't know.
We don't want to get in trouble with the
we don't want to get in trouble. And we have a lot of following that's like wanting to come and do this. So we want to make sure everybody's safe and, you know, following traffic laws. I will be posting a map of how we're walking from Symmetry to the Dark Parlour. And I'll post that in the Symmetry event that we have. So yeah, we're encouraging everybody to dress up, bring drums, rattles, anything you want really. And we can't wait to see everybody.
Yes. Just stay on the sidewalk.
Yes. Sidewalk, follow the walking signs when you cross the street.
Absolutely. Do you want to go over again where you're located?
Sure.
Yeah, so our address is 15 North Beaver Street in York. It's the Market District. We are right next to Sunrise Silk Company and Holy Hound, if you're familiar. Yeah, we can't wait to see you. So thanks again so much for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Do you have any other events coming up that you want to talk about?
Do you want to talk about the Beltane box release? Okay.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
Yeah, so on the same day as the Witch Walk, we will be releasing a limited quantity of Beltane boxes that are filled with curated items from the Witchwood Tea House, from Wild Moon & Co., and from the Rebel Herbalist. So Leandra is the owner of the Witchwood Tea House, Erin is the owner of the Rebel Herbalist, and Stacy is the owner of Wild Moon & Co. So you would be supporting all of those local vendors under the umbrella of Symmetry. So yeah, and if you have more questions about the Beltane box release party, just visit us on Facebook or on Instagram. All of the details are there. We will also be serving Leandra's Beltane tea all day for the day of the Witch Walk. So yeah, it'll be a really special time. And we're excited to share it with the Dark Parlour and do Fang Around the Cauldron. It's going to be an amazing, amazing day.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. That came fast.
I know, it's really coming up.
I know, we've been planning it for like 4.5 months and it's already here. So that's quite amazing. We have a full day of activities, entertainment, vendors, everything. There's something for everyone to enjoy. It doesn't matter if you're a witch or not, just come Fang Around. So 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. we have the family-friendly activities. We have panels in the Parliament. We have vendors out on the King Street, in the courtyard, in the gardens parking lot. We have all sorts of stuff. Faux Fear is playing. We have
Food trucks.
DJ Stygian. We have food. The Cantina is opening early, so they're opening at 1 p.m. They'll have drinks available and small bites. Just as a heads up, we do have like designated alcohol zones. So please don't wander throughout the street with your booze-a-haul. We don't want that. That's not allowed. So no. Unless you want punished.
And you can check our mapping to see where designated alcohol areas are.
Right. And then from 6 to 7, that's kind of we're going to focus on some of the merchants. We're going to transition people and get people into the gardens area for the adult evening vaudeville after party fun stuff happening. So that there are things involved with this vaudeville show that are going to be much more adult oriented, whether it's in the words that are being used or in what you see visually speaking. So parental discretion is advised. I wouldn't recommend it for any small children. 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., that's when we have the after party with aortic valve. So lots of fun stuff there, but also the opening ritual will be promptly at 1 p.m. And then the closing ritual will be promptly at 8:55. So it's about 5 minutes. I will post the opening and closing chants today, so everybody can reference that and chant along with us and be involved in that ritual. If you have something that you want to drum or even clap, anything to establish that heartbeat, that's great. So
Please join us.
yes, that's a lot of information. Check fangaroundevent.com for all of the good stuff. We have the schedule up there. Additionally, we'll have volunteers with badges. You can scan their QR code. It'll go right to the schedule.
You can go and see all of our vendors who's going to be here and get your wallets ready.
yes, that's the big thing. While it is free to Fang Around, please tip the entertainers. So we have educators that are coming in to speak. They're doing this with their time. So please tip educators, tip your performers, tip your entertainers. Do all of that. Show them love. Share their socials. Just get out there and help them any way that you can in that capacity. Additionally, we also collect donations for local animal rescues. So if you want to bring a can of kitty food, please do so. I will happily take them and then distribute donations where they're needed with the animal rescues that we work with.
We are always taking donations for the animals.
Yep, absolutely. So we're gonna wrap it up real quick. Trying to keep our morning news within 15 minutes here lately, just because we know everybody's time is limited. We want to blast you with information so I can edit it and get it up on YouTube. So again, you can subscribe to our Patreon if you like us and you want us to keep doing this stuff. If you want to help support Sweet Nightmares, please subscribe to Patreon.
If you just like our smiling faces.
Yes, and subscribe to our YouTube.
Please.
We can be found everywhere. It's just at The Dark Parlour. So, share us, show us some love. We'll keep working hard and trying to entertain y'all. And again, I want to thank Symmetry and I want to thank Michelle for coming on today. And thank you all for watching and hanging out with us. So we will see you next week after we wrap Fang Around and we can talk about all that. And I'm going to talk about the I'm Fine opening.
Hopefully we will see you all at Fang Around.
Yes. Please come on Saturday. Come Fang Around with us. Fang Around and find out. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.